Hi, I'm Donald Brown, President and founder of Heritage Connections. Our mission is to expose our youth to the motherland, the African continent, connecting our culture, the American experience, with our African heritage. So in the next few moments, you will hear from our youth who journeyed to Senegal and Gambia with the Heritage Connection family. So sit back, relax, and get ready to be exposed to the youth, our youth of the 21st century.
As the sun sets, people have a misconception that Africa is underdeveloped. But in fact, they are wrong. Another side of the world is waking up.
Changed me because it changed my worldview. I was not able to see that I live in the Bronx. I'm not really able to see past that, but I was able to go to Africa, and that changed a lot of my life.
People think, oh, Africa is poor, but after you go there and you experience what it's like, you think of it as a nice place, and that there's a lot of new places, and that everybody doesn't live the way you live.
It really opened me up, and I saw everything from my own two eyes. I traded, I went to the different villages, saw the many cultures, and learned a lot of stuff that I didn't know. It was a tremendous impact on me and on my mom.
It made you more responsible, made them more knowledgeable of who they were. I'm sure there'll be repercussions in the community. And then we as a community will grow, because Heritage Connections sought to give the young brothers of the Urban Youth Bike Corps this opportunity to go to Africa, and I am forever indebted, and I thank you, Donald Brown.
You're watching Gambia Television. I am Joyna Banyang in Banjul, and I'm going to talk to Mr. Donald Brown. Mr. Donald Brown is the president of Heritage Connection in New York City in the United States of America. Can I ask you first, what's the Heritage Connection all about?
Okay, Heritage Connection is an organization founded by myself, and the mission of the organization is to bring African Americans, particularly African American youth, to the motherland to gain an African experience, to make a heritage and culture connection, or reconnection, if you will, with parts of our culture and heritage that we've been separated from for over 400 years. As you know, in Dakar, they call it the doorway of no return, but we say they've lied because we have returned. And the impact of the pilgrimage will give them a different outlook about Africa in a more positive light than what we receive about the continent via the media in the States.
Now, apart from visiting these historic sites in the Gambia, I believe there's a lot of interaction between African American students and Gambian students.
Yes.
Now, what have you gained? What are the benefits? Could you tell us more about this?
Yes, we've worked very closely with the Ministry of Education here in the Gambia, where we've gotten a very positive response and developed an excellent working relationship with the Ministry of Education, whereby they coordinate educational and cultural programs for our students so that they can have a very good stay. To that extent, they meet kids from the Gambian school system and they establish a pen-pair relationship. They visit schools. This year I'm excited because with the permanent sec, we've even laid out plans for next year where they would do an overnight stay with a family. so that they can really have a first-hand experience.
Thank you very much for talking to Gambia Television.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. In addition to the pilgrimage, the students have the opportunity to participate in a study abroad program. This 5-week experience will provide an historical and institutional approach which will examine, discuss, study, and experience the most basic and important human institutions: the family, religion, clinic, education, industry, and government. Students can participate in independent study and the internships within various institutions in the Gambia. They will become intimate with the ways of the country and its people by working, learning, and living side by side with a foreign culture. Heritage Connection has seen the impact the program has had on our youth and believes this powerful experience will spawn in more educated, intelligent, and stronger people well into the 21st century.
Harlem kids say they've got a whole new outlook on life, and it's all thanks to a special trip they've just returned from. Ellen Mars has details.
Asakwe Beale and the rest of his buddies crowded a corner of Kennedy Airport, anxious to show and tell of a week-long adventure that left its mark for life. A cultural and educational experience rich with information about their roots.
Just visiting Africa as a black homeland, and it is our black culture and heritage, and it's a whole lack of education in the United States of black culture. So being there just had me become more educated of my own people, and I'm proud of that.
I feel more responsible now. I feel much more. I feel like a man. Shoes and sneakers we have, we take it for granted. I need a new pair of kicks or a new pair of sneakers or something. People, they wear sneakers to the soul is non-existent. I just felt like I just became a whole person, and I finally was able to go back to my roots and find out what, Africa is really all about. Not from what I read in the books, not from what I saw on TV, but from what I saw with my own 2 eyes.
16 teenagers made the trip to Gambia and Senegal. All are members of a program called the Urban Youth Bike Corps, run out of Harlem Hospital. In Africa, the group visited landmarks, met with dignitaries, and visited schools. But for some travelers, the most enduring memory comes from a place called Goree Island. That was the last stop on the continent before men and women were shipped out to spend the rest of their lives as slaves.
It's a step to the gate of no return. Is where the last place you stepped when you left Goree Island, where the slave house is, where they put you on a boat. And as you look out there, it's the water, and how people used to jump, so they didn't want to go. They'd rather die than be captive.
Almost all the kids brought back something from the trip, but most agree what they will remember most about the experience are those things which can't be held, but rather felt.
I'm a little bit closer to my black culture, and I'm really proud to be black.
I think that these kids will walk away with a tremendous amount of respect. I think that they've grown enormously, and I can't say enough about them. I'm tremendously proud of them all.
In Queens, Rebecca Smith, New York 1.
The preparation and after effects of the pilgrimage are as important as the trip itself. The students learn responsibility by being required to raise 1/3 of the necessary funds for the experience through special fundraising events. Their parents pay 1/3, and corporate sponsors provide a matching grant of 1/3. Heritage Connection helps the participants in the pilgrimage to the motherland by holding conferences with the students and their families long after they have returned home. At these conferences, they get to share what the experience meant to them and how it changed their life. The parents of these youth explain how they have noticed these positive changes in their children and the impact it has had on the family.
You have, as I said, confirmed for me that we're doing the right thing. And we're going to do it, and we're going to do it in a way that is going to have a significant impact on the future of this nation, on the future of the world, and particularly on the future of Africa. Thank you.
Heritage Connection has become a leader in this type of program by setting the standards for how a program should be ran and maintained before, during, and after the pilgrimage itself.